Hey beautiful souls, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new here. Today, as always, I have a general reading for you. And as always with any general reading, not everything is going to resonate, and that is okay. Just take what resonates and leave the rest. It is a timeless message and can represent past, present or future depending on where you're at within your healing journey. Spirit will always guide you to a message that you need to hear exactly when you need to hear it. For the ease of channeling, I'm going to use the pronouns he, she, but by all means swap them out if they don't fit for you. Okay, swap them for the ones that do. Okay, so I keep hearing stereophonics. Why does it always rain on me? So I'm hearing, why does it always rain on me? Was it because I lied when I was 17? Specifically, okay. So what I'm picking up on is that somebody's feeling a bit sorry for themselves. This could be you. No judgment, no shame. This could be someone else. Again, no judgment, no shame. We all go through stages where, you know, we're feeling a bit down and depressed and feeling a little bit sorry for ourselves. But what I'm getting is somebody saying, like, why does this always happen to me? Here I go again. This always happens to me. Why is it happening to me? Is it karma? Or, you know, it feels to me very much that somebody is in a victim mentality. This doesn't feel like somebody that, how can I put this? I'm trying to put it across without being judgmental and shaming, because we've all been there. But this feels very much like a person that is playing victim for attention. Okay? And they're like, woe is me. Why is it always me? Oh, everyone's always so mean to me. But actually, somebody is confirmation. Somebody is questioning. Is this karma? Is this person genuinely a victim? Or is this karma because have they been doing this to others? Or, you know. So let's go ahead and take a look and see what comes out. It's time to take action. New moon in Aries. Don't let pride get in your way. A new start is coming. I feel like, yeah, okay. With this, as this time for action card came out, I was like, that's clarification. This is karma. But this person's being presented with an opportunity, or there are people around them trying to get them to understand that it's time to take action. And if these things are continually happening to them, then there's something within them that they need to heal. But it's like, it's just falling on deaf ears. We have the answers you need are coming. So it's a communication, okay? This person feels like they're acting the victim, but not actually feeling like they are the victim. It's kind of, I'm seeing them like really smug. Like they think they're fooling people into believing that they're the victim. And people are just like looking at them like, well, if this is continuing happening, then something needs to change. If this is happening, like, so it's basically a case of, if this is happening with everyone, if every time you have a friend or a job or whatever this is, if this is happening every time and it's happening with different people, then the problem is you, and it's something you need to change within yourself. But this person does not want to hear it. It is falling on deaf ears. This person just wants to play the victim for attention. Okay? They are doing this for attention. I'm going to get some clarification. And I feel like I'm sitting here just really like, oh, for goodness sake. People are fed up, okay? People are fed up with being dragged into this cycle with this person. The same, it's like same shit, different day, different person. This is a cycle that has been going on for a while with this person, and somebody is listening to him going, do you know what? I feel like in the past they've pacified them and gone, oh no, clearly it's the other person. But for some reason this time round they're going, no, this is a you problem. Because of I think they're just getting to a point where they're fed up of hearing it. They're getting fed up with this person playing victim. This person is blaming others. There's something this time, something's changed. Something's changed for the people listening to this person. And it's like, no, we can't support you this time. We can't. I feel for them, it's almost like they knew this person, it was issues within this person needed to change their ways. But it was kind of easier to pacify them and push things under the carpet. But something's changed. Something has changed within these people listening, and they're just like, no. I'm done listening. I'm done pacifying you. I'm done helping you blame others. I don't want to get pulled into this anymore. I don't want to be pulled into this drama anymore. Let's get some more clarification. Whoever this is, somebody realizes that by pacifying this person and going along with, oh yeah, you've done nothing wrong, it's completely everyone else is to blame. You couldn't possibly have done anything wrong. They're realizing that they've been people pleasing, and they want a new beginning. They want things to change. They want this person to change their ways. But this person is just like falling on deaf ears. This person has been told or managed to get out of this for years, and have people around them have kind of, what is the word I am looking for? It's like scaffolding, isn't it? Instead of dealing with someone's behaviour and nipping it in the bud and saying, look, do you know what? Really, ultimately, no one is to blame because it is what it is. But your actions, can you not see how your actions are negatively impacting others? They've just kind of pacified it because I feel like they were limited. They had limited contact with this person, and now it's just got to a point that it's almost like they were able to blame others because they were masked in some way, or they were blaming you. Your energy was masking their true identity, and because you're no longer around to, I want to say, fix things, their true identity, their mask is being revealed. They can't. So even in the past, if they've been moaning about something, then it's worked because they've been able to kind of get away with it, because maybe this person or this group of people around them didn't know you, so they had no like knowledge of truly who you were, but they had no reason to go out of their way to find out. But for some reason they now have new knowledge and information about you, and they're realizing that for years this person has been lying about you and saying things when actually the whole time they've been exposing themselves. Does that make sense? Let's get some clarification. But they're just fed up now. They're fed up with hearing this person. It's almost like this person is whining about their problems. And I really am trying to like not be judgmental here, because at some point we've all been in this energy. But I'm tapped into the person or the people around them, and I'm just tapped into their energy, so I'm kind of taking that on to get this message out. And they're just rolling their eyes. They're just like, for Christ's sake, excuse my blasphemy, they're just like, it's literally like head in hand, like, what have we got to say? What have we got to do to get through to this person? Like, because for so long, they've brushed things under the carpet. And I feel like you came in and were like, no, I'm not brushing things under the carpet. You were kind of like a breath of fresh air. It's almost like they've wanted to deal with this person in the past, and maybe they were soft-spoken with their words and tried to be gentle, because on some level they didn't feel like they could have confirmation. They didn't feel that they could speak up for whatever reason. Somebody didn't feel like they could speak up or speak out against this person. Again, confirmation. Maybe because if somebody, said something negative, or that was perceived negative towards this person, that they thought people would turn on them, or that this person would have like an emotional meltdown and play victim, and everyone would be like, oh, someone was pacifying this person. And now it's got to the point where I don't know whether you came in and said, no, we're not doing this, and you've stood your ground, and this person or this group of people are being inspired by you doing that, or they've just genuinely got fed up on their own. But I feel like this has been going on a long time, and this is why this person has kept their distance. But it's almost like they've tried to, like, they didn't want to get involved in the drama, so they've kept themselves out of it. But now they're realising that by not doing that, that they're actually, like, I want to say scaffolding, because I'm seeing a post I put up on my Instagram. I think I put it on my Facebook page as well. And it's to do with bullying, and how bullies have scaffolding that allows them to continue their bullying. And that's what I'm seeing. So maybe this person is a bully. Maybe they bullied you, and people around them knew that they were a bully, but they've kept quiet because either they didn't want to be on the receiving end of the bullying, or they just wanted to stay out of the drama. But for some reason, there's something within them that's realising that actually by not getting involved, they're reaping karma for that. There's something to do with karma and them receiving karma, and that's kind of what's motivating them. I wouldn't say inspired them. I feel like you've inspired them, because I do feel like you stood up to this bully. You stood up to this bullying awesome people, and I kind of feel like you're kind of quiet, but you're somebody who is very outspoken when it comes to the right thing. Okay, so I feel like you stood up and you spoke up and you didn't back down, and that's what's inspired these people to speak up. But there's also something about them realising that actually by not standing up, they were people pleasing, and they didn't stand up and do the right thing, and they're kind of trying to fix it now by standing up to this person, and it's falling on deaf ears, and they're now kind of understanding. I said this in a previous reading, but I don't know if I've actually put that reading out. But they're standing up to this person, and they're going through what you went through. They want this person to change. Somebody's emotionally manipulative, and these people know about it, and they've kind of kept quiet and said nothing, because they honestly thought that if they stepped back, then, it's almost like, oh, well, it's not an us problem, someone else can deal with that. If they're not around it, then it's not their problem. And then when things kind of get a little bit dramatic, so to speak, or chaotic, they step away. They're realising they can't do that anymore, because there are actually repercussions to doing that, and consequences, and I feel like they're reaping the consequences of doing that. Let's get some more clarification. This could be a family. But it feels like a family in turmoil, a family in chaos because of a relationship. So, okay, so this could be with you walking away from your own family, or this could be you and your partner walking away from a family, okay? It has thrown this family into some sort of turmoil. They may not want you to know about this, but there is conflict and there is chaos that they're trying to hide, okay? Because they know that if it's exposed, you're going to it's almost like they're still trying to lay blame at your door. Somebody doesn't want you to know that there's conflict and chaos going on because you predicted it. You predicted something to do with this family and them turning on each other. Somebody doesn't want you to know that you were right. Somebody doesn't want you to know that that you were right, because they tried to set you up. They tried to set you up, and if you find out that they're in conflict and they're in chaos and that they're kind of like bickering amongst each other, you're gonna know that your intuition was correct, and then there's not gonna be a return. They're trying to get you back into the fold. They're trying to get you back into the fold. This to me just feels like more plotting and scheming. Somebody's trying to get you back into the fold. Somebody can't see the right, so somebody is plotting and planning something, and somebody else can't see it. This person that's playing victim and is going, they can't see what they've done wrong. They've done, they're not willing to swallow their pride to start again with you, to start up a new cycle. This came out in a previous reading. I don't know if I'm going to put that reading out or not at this moment in time. I haven't gone back through it. But in a previous reading, I said that somebody can't see. Somebody's saying that they can't see what they're doing, and somebody's trying to get them to see how they wronged you, and this person is adamant that they've done nothing wrong, and they're saying to this person, "Go get them then, and let them tell me why they've walked away," because they're trying to pull you back into the fold. Because on some level, if you come back in, the chaos will stop, but something about somebody will escape justice if you come back in. Somebody is plotting and scheming, but they're doing it right. So there's kind of two things that are going on. Somebody's trying to get through to this person how their actions are affecting others, or their lack of action. And at the same time, this person's like emotionally manipulating this person and kind of driving them crazy, because whilst they're trying to get this person to realise what they've done and admit their part and take responsibility for their actions, this person is trying to use this person to manipulate you into coming back in to pacify them. This is messed up. I don't see you. If this is this feels like a continuation or more information about the reading that I put out. And if I do put that out, I said in that reading, I don't see you going back. I don't see you going back. Yeah, someone is telling this person it is time to take action for them to work on themselves. They need to stop spiritually bypassing. They need to stop blaming everyone else, and they need to take accountability for their own actions or their own lack of action, specifically when it came to you. But they're not getting anywhere. It literally just feels, there's this wall in front of me, and I just want to bang my head on it. I just want to bang my head on it. This is the same energy as yesterday. Queen of Wands. This person is manipulating the situation further, because I can't even put into words the level of manipulation that this person is undertaking to get their own way. But this person, like, this is all because they were jealous and envious of you. Someone was jealous and envious of the way you transmute energy. Page of Wands, and how you live your life. Someone's jealous that you don't live your life to please others, that you have the freedom to do what you want to do. Somebody tried to steal something from you, some money or an opportunity, but they were unsuccessful, and you're succeeding anyway. Which is why they're holding on to their pride and their ego with regards to you and you coming forward. Someone is telling someone else that someone's trying to take credit for your hard work. Someone is trying to take credit for your achievements, and that if it wasn't for them, you wouldn't be successful. Because this Nine of Pentacles with the Ace of Pentacles is the Ten of Pentacles. It's money, stability, abundance, family. That you wouldn't have any of that if it wasn't for them. That's what they're telling people, that you owe them. They may even be saying that you owe them money. Or you owe them some sort of explanation. I heard ghost. You owe them an explanation for ghosting them. They're not taking responsibility for their actions because... Oh, okay. So it started off with this person saying that they cut you off because you were toxic. And now they are twisting the story where this person or this group of people is that's trying to get them to see sense. It started off within this people, within this group, that they told people that they cut you off. Now they're saying to people, well, I didn't say that. They've cut me off. They ghosted me. They owe me an explanation for doing what they did. I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't do anything. They cut me off for no reason. They owe me an explanation. And this group are going, hold on a minute. And it's like messing with these people's minds and going, like, it's creating doubt within them. And they're going, they did say that they cut you off. Now they're saying that you've cut them off. And it's making these people doubt their own realities and what actually went down, what they saw and what they heard. So this person is doing to them what they did to you. They're manipulating these people. They've said things to these people, done, that they cut you off. They had to cut you off because you were toxic and abusive and obsessed with them. You've not gone back, and now to save face, they're twisting the narrative. They're turning it around and saying, no, you were actually the one who cut them off and ghosted them, so you're the one who owes them an explanation because you've just walked away for no reason. And these people are there saying, but hold on a minute, we can see their reason. This is why they've done that. And they're going, but they haven't said that. They haven't told me that. Therefore, I've done nothing wrong. If they don't tell me, then I've done nothing wrong. But you have told this person. You have spoken up. They just refused to hear the truth. They didn't want to hear that maybe they needed to change their ways. And if they didn't change that ways, they didn't want to change, that was okay with you. But unfortunately, you're not going to be disrespected. I'm going to love you from a distance and I'm going to go. You told them that. You've told them exactly why you walked away. If they're refusing to listen, if they're refusing to hear your truth, that's not your problem. They want you to come back in and they want you to justify to them why you walked away, because it gives them power or makes them feel like they have power and control over you. Because they want you to come back in so they can manipulate you and make you feel like your version of what happened didn't happen and that you've misunderstood it. You want to go back into that? That's absolutely your choice. But personally, my personal opinion, I wouldn't want to go back to that. If your life is more peaceful without them, that is a sign that you are on the right path. Okay? But you have free will. I'm not going to tell you what to do. Like I said, my personal opinion, not my guidance from spirit, is that you need to walk away. Okay? And you need to stay away. That is not the message that's coming through. That's my personal opinion. But you have free will not to listen to that. Okay? Let's go here. I'm going to get some cards and some guidance from spirit with regards to moving forward with this situation. And again, spirit won't tell you. Spirit will not tell you to stay away from someone. They will not tell you to go towards someone. They will guide you. They will give you the information. But what you do with it is up to you because you have free will. Okay? So maybe this person has told people that you've told someone or someone else is keeping you from them, that you're being told and things have been, that something's been said to you to manipulate you into staying away from them. And they're saying, but that doesn't make sense. Okay? That's, everyone has free will to make the choices that they want to make. Okay? But there are consequences to those choices. Okay? There's either going to be a lesson from it or a blessing. So let's get some information with regards to moving forward with this situation. We have Father Sky, trust in the unknown. Trust your intuition. Trust your discernment when it comes to this person and this situation. Trust what you're feeling, okay? Because I could feel myself getting really riled up. So that would be, if this was me, this would be a sign, and it's starting to rile me up and it's getting me anxious. That would be a sign for me to step away. Okay, it's not bringing me peace, so I'm going to step away. Shapeshifter, transform and unveil your gifts. yeah, there's if you're getting angry and riled up because of what this energy, then you need to transmute it. Okay, look within you to see why it's triggering you, and transmute that energy. Trust and thrive. Just trust and have faith in your intuition and that you're on the right path. Okay, whatever you choose, whatever you decide, you are on the right path. Okay, because like I said, there's either going to be a lesson or a blessing. All right, and you're going to gain some sort of skill, or strengthen some sort of skill out of it. Okay, so just trust and have faith. But somebody is definitely, someone is jealous of the way you transform, the way you transmute energy, the way that you are so tapped into your knowledge and your intuition. Honor your inner knowing. Confirmation. Just trust your intuition. Trust what you're feeling within. Okay, do what is right for you, not what anyone else is telling you to do. That doesn't mean that you can't take advice from others, and then you can sit with that advice and you can see how your body feels, and help use that to help you make the decision that's right for you. I keep looking at these, so we're going to pull some of these. This is the self-love oracle, so we're going to ask Spirit for some ideas. If you're struggling with ideas of what you can do to help, to show yourself some love, then we're going to ask Spirit for 3 ideas. One. Write a gratitude list. Write down everything that you're grateful for. If you can't, aim for about 10, but if you can't do that, if you can't manage 10, start with 3, okay, and then build it up. But do that every day. You don't even have to write it down. You could just verbalize it, okay. I'm gonna get another one. So how else can we take care of ourselves today? Oh, we've got 2 more. Hydrate. Stay hydrated. Absolutely. Water, especially if you've been doing a lot of healing lately, water will help to flush out any negative or low vibration energies, and detox your body, okay, from the inside out. And also, if you're dehydrated, you're not going to have the energy and then to be motivated, to be alert. And you need to be alert to tap into your discernment, okay, because if you're not hydrated, your brain kind of starts to shrink and it starts to shut down, and that's when someone's going to be more easily able to take advantage of you, okay. So stay hydrated. And we have connect with your ancestors. Tap into your ancestors, tap into your spirit guides. You can do that through meditation. You don't have to, whatever way works for you, okay. There's no right. True spirituality, again, my opinion, is spirituality looks like whatever it looks like to you, okay. You do not have to be you do not have to meditate to be spiritual. You do not have to be vegan to be spiritual. They are life choices, and as long as you're doing those things for you because they're on the right thing for you, everybody has a different journey, everybody's at a different level, and none of those things are wrong if you're doing them for the right reason. As long as it's in alignment with who you are, that is absolutely fine. And that, to me, is true spirituality. Okay? None of these rules about you've got to be this, you've got to be that, because otherwise then it's just kind of like you're then putting up people into a box. Okay, spirituality doesn't put, in my opinion, true spirituality doesn't put people into a box. Okay, it allows them to come here and experience what they want to experience in alignment with their soul contract, and we do not know what is in an individual soul contract. Okay, as long as nobody's impacting you, or going out of their way to harm others, then what other people are doing is really none of your business. So if somebody's telling you you need to be a certain way or do things a certain way to be spiritual, to ascend, to raise your vibration, then just be mindful about that, okay? Because spirit will not tell you that you have to do something in order to reach the next level, okay? Spirit put you here, God put you here with free will. As long as you're doing something for the, it's not what you're doing, it's why you're doing it, okay? So I feel like somebody is possibly needing to use their discernment with regards to spiritual teachers, okay? That's not to say that they can't offer something. Everybody has something to offer, okay? But use your discernment, okay? If somebody's trying to fit you into a box, then, you know, just be mindful about that, okay? Okay, I'm going to leave it there. Take care, stay safe, and I will see you soon. Namaste.